Europe has many and competing objectives in this country. Because on the one hand, of course, they want to prevent migratory flows from reaching Europe, which is actually kind of a biased way of looking at things, because at least Nigerians from Niger do not tend to go to Europe. Actually, they move to Libya and they work in Libya due to long-standing established connections with people in Libya. But then they don't want to come to Europe, and this is the case for many people who cross Niger and Agadez in particular to go to Libya. They just don't want to come to Europe. And but still, Europe is trying. I mean, the European Union is trying to prevent mobility in all senses across the country. But on the other hand, Europe is very much interested in preserving the stability of the country, because it must be said that Niger has proved to be a very strong ally of the European Union in the fight against, regional instability and terrorism. They are fighting terrorism in Mali, they are fighting terrorism in Nigeria, they are facing a civil war in Libya. So, it's a sort of island of relative stability in the whole region, which has very much supported the attempts of the European Union to preserve some sort of, modicum of stability in the whole region. But the point is that the very preservation of the regime and of the stability of the country and of the stability of the region is very much linked to the perpetuation of this regime, which in turn is linked to the perpetuation of trafficking. Right. So the two objectives are clearly, they can't stand together. Right. And the result of this is that the European Union is basically condoning many practices that serve neither. It's the very objective of the European policy, which makes very little sense to me. Mm-hmm. Because if you want to preserve the stability of the country, given that the country cannot provide jobs to, absorb the huge demographic boom and therefore absorb the youth, migration represents probably the best opportunity they have, apart from engaging in fighting or crime. This is what many people told me, right? We hit the road in order not to take weapons. On a pris la route au lieu de prendre les armes. So if you want to preserve stability, you need to let people come, at least migrate, if not come to Europe. On the other hand, if you want to promote the development of the country, probably one of the best working strategies so far seen is the remittances of migrants themselves, much more than development programs. So again, if you want to promote development, just let them migrate. So the point is that, migration can be the solution of most of the problems that European Union want to address, but in fact, it is portrayed as a problem, as part of the problem rather than of the solution.